Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad, we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at DocSimmons17. I am joined by two homies. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner so he can introduce himself.
Yes, sir. I'm the outlaw Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media brands at Z Hendricks Brand. Or, of course, if you love Doc and I together, look us up at Country Air Official for Facebook and Instagram, or on Twitter, Country Air Brand. And I'm going to pass it along to the senior official of the group.
Guys, I'm Perch. You can find me at PerchXLV. Pound sign for the rep brand. Waffles. Take It Home podcast, baby.
Waffles, waffles, waffles. Yes, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast and all social medias, especially Perch, because he's got a dope shirt coming out with a camera guy gimmick.
Bro, I bought that shit already. I got it.
Like, pre-orders have to be through the roof. Get it before it's sold out. So make sure, like, share, subscribe.
I heard once it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. One-time run.
Forgot that was a thing. Oh, how funny.
Well, hopefully you remember to do a banger of the week.
Hoo. This week's banger of the week comes none other than a song that hit me really hard. It was needed.
Oh, no. Sorry, my girlfriend's like, cops.
And this week's banger comes from Kanye West and DJ Primo. Everything I Am.
Ooh.
Just a great good morning, fall time, waking up in Chicago, walking along the streets kind of song. Just really hit home. a CD that I love, and that was a great era of Kanye West. Those first 3-4 CDs, about as good as rap music gets, and always hits home, especially in the fall time, the winter time, and Everything I Am. I went ahead and rocked a few times this weekend.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Kanye makes very good, like, early morning music for sure. Back in those eras, you can definitely tell the influence from probably cleaning on Saturday mornings for his parents, cleaning up home. A bunch of kids know about that, and parents start playing those tunes. So he definitely has that feel for that Saturday morning clean, getting ready for the day type music. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that one was straight from the heart this weekend.
Good. All right. Been a crazy bit of a week. Have we watched any wrestling, Zach? Oh, let's start with Perch, because Zach is immobile kind of at the moment. He'll be in and out today.
No, this was a good week in wrestling. I went ahead and watched that NXT 2.0 start, and I caught the first match. Was it Braun Breaker against Eli Drake? And I don't know who Braun Breaker is at all. And the next day everyone's saying who it is, and all I thought was, damn, this dude's he's the real deal, and they're putting him in a good spot to look good here.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't think he looks too much like his dad, but he definitely has that 80s feel with the tie-dye, I guess I'll call it, or splatter paint singlet. Real strong dude, though. Real excited to see where he can go.
Yeah. And it seems like, he's a guy in position where they're going to highlight him until he drops the ball. If he does, otherwise it's his to score. And then flipping over to AEW this week, man, Adam Cole, Frankie Kazarian, that's as good as a match gets. Like, going back to those ROH days, like, those were two good workhorses, and that could be a match that was seen at any Turner Hall or an Odeum or something like that, and being on live TV on TNT, Frankie Kaz against Adam Cole. Oh, I love that. That brought me right back to that 2016 era. 2015, 2016. Not that it was too long ago, but it seems like a lifetime ago since we've entered the business.
Mm-hmm.
Two guys who I loved before joining wrestling and had much more appreciation once I joined wrestling for everything they do. I really liked that match. And then closing out with the Eddie and Mox against 2.0. Always good. Always good. It is a good old fashioned brawl.
Yep.
Loved it.
Yeah. Of course, AEW was great. I have not caught the new NXT. I did see the Braun Breaker match because I was intrigued. Mostly been trying to catch up on New Japan because I believe the G1 has started. I just watched the Resurgence pay-per-view that they had. Whoo! Moose versus Ishii, I think, might have been match of the night. Only about 15 minutes, but so good. Hard
That's
hitting,
good for those
good.
guys. 15 minutes between those two.
Yeah. Two, big men for different reasons. Moose has just like so much length and size on people. And that Stone Pitbull is a thick one. Really good, great story with just a big guy and a bigger guy. That was real good. Main event, Finley and Jay White, also good, and had to pay off at the end with Ishii coming out, looking like he's going to be the next challenger for the never openweight title. Love him as that champion. I know he's a 6-man champ right now, but if he wants to double up, I'm all for it. Not too much junior tag league going on in the couple episodes I've been watching. I'm seeing the breakdown of Roppongi 3K, and that's real interesting. My girl does not like Taguchi. She's not a fan of the Funky Weapon, but whatever. I enjoy it. Hip attacks all around. Zach, what have you been watching?
Yeah, so I caught that NXT. I watched Bronson Breaker, kind of like his old name Rex Steiner, but I get he doesn't want to like be like his dad. He wants to be his own, so like totally understandable. But yeah, he looked impressive. He got that respect from Tommaso at the end, like a little bit of like respect on social media from Tommaso. So interested to see how that plays out. Because he just looks like he's definitely like a main eventer already. Well, not already, but has that look. Really pumped to see Tony D'Angelo. For those who don't know, Tony D'Angelo is actually a trainee of POW. He's come in, like I've done a couple seminars with him. He came to our camp at Bruce City to do the Adam Pearce seminar. So just seeing him on like the TV and like he had a really good promo and like heard him speak in that accent before, but it seemed very fluent. So very interested to see how he does. Caught clips of AEW, watched the Adam Cole Frankie Kazarian match. Was super pumped to see Adam Cole in a AEW ring. I always thought like if he didn't sign to NXT, he would have been like maybe like still a part of that and like would have been like one of the beginners, but like he's still a huge factor there. I watched a lot of the matches you've been suggesting, Doc, for me. A lot of Suzuki. I watched him versus Keith Lee.
Yep, that's a goodie.
Oh yeah, and like the crowd was behind Lee, and then they weren't behind him, and Suzuki was the clear heel, but just everyone loves Suzuki.
He's just got like that infectious air of a badass. Like, I'm totally down for it. Love
And like
the
thing
murder
is,
grandpa.
we always hear protect your size, protect your size. It's like I totally believe this old guy is picking up Keith Lee and killing him.
Yep.
So yeah, just watching more clips, tag matches, singles matches, thinking of what I can do. And of course watching our own tapes just to see how much I hate myself in the ring.
Yep, I did. I shared it earlier. I did watch back our last singles match. And hated it immediately.
Bro, those Northern Lights are trash, and I thought I was so good. And like the windmill clothesline, like,
Yep.
and we probably went back in the locker room and we thought like, man, we really did good things.
Yep.
And just seeing that 2 year, like what was that, a year ago or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So like, yeah, that was my rookie year. Like, I should have realized with the rookie gear, and the hair was like short.
Yeah. But interesting to go back and definitely see how far we've come.
That was wasn't that your first pair of custom trunks too?
Yep, my first pair of custom trunks.
Our first custom pairs.
So long ago.
Yeah, it was. I watched that too. Only thing I was really proud about was that trip. I'm still proud of that trip spot though.
Yeah, I did. I still did enjoy that.
Like every time I look at it, like I'm like, I know it's coming, but I'm like, God, it was not the two my own horn. I was like, that was smooth. That was good.
That was a good one. That worked out well. We should bring that back.
Yeah,
And bring back the triple Northern Lights. Your Northern Lights is better. So bring that back too.
Oh yeah. But, that's what I've been watching.
Okay. Nothing. All right. No, nice little array of things from everybody. Yeah, I haven't watched much NXT and I'm catching up to AEW now. Haven't watched them over the weekend, but why don't we talk about said weekend? Let's go with your mama's favorite tag team. It was
mama's favorite tag team.
Yes, sir. It was a triple shot weekend over 2 days, so very tiring. Knowing Perch, he had a quintuple. But we started Friday at the Wrestling Taco. How was that?
Oh yeah, we started Friday Wrestling Taco. Very disappointed that the taco competition didn't happen. I probably would talk myself into eating it to win $100, but what we did end up doing was entering ourselves in an ass kicking contest with Oso and Juan, and showing them why you don't mess with your mama's favorite tag team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This Bear Kingdom Country Air Summer Feud has been going strong. Another matchup with, I really do enjoy working those guys together as a team. It's been very fun, and it's even funner when we hit an Air Buddies for the win.
Yes, sir. And right after that, we're letting Gunner do his thing against Chucky. Of course, what's a show without a little bit of shenanigans? A battle royal, and not Mr. Five-time Armando winning it, but there was a different Wrestle Taco champion.
Oh, yes, there was. Winning my first Royal Championship. Very, very excited. Yeah, I love me some tacos. You put me in a taco battle royal, I'm gonna come out on top.
Yes, sir. And then following right after, we celebrated with a quick couple pumps on the keg. I think 2 cups apiece. We had to go over to Fourth Wall, where we had our opportunity for the Fourth Wall Golden Jackets.
Yes.
We had to take on a dynamic duo of Melanie Cruz and Rough Crossing. And, Betray, like, just having trust in someone so hard, especially when we have to lay in bell with them. And what Val did to us, Mel was there. We were there. Everyone wanted to have a fair fight except Ruff and Val. And the cowbell to the head ends your dreams of Golden Jackets really quick.
Yep. Sad for that. This was a first time matchup for us with, at least for me, with Mel and Ruff. I haven't worked them yet. Had the tag match with Mel last month, so this was very exciting for me. Very disappointed that that trick ass female of yours and that bitch ass Rough Crossing had to pull those dirty means.
First of all, I don't know why she would even help Ruff out. I see he's growing his hair out, but you can't beat my luscious locks.
Definitely can't.
Point blank, period.
Bad decision.
So, bad decision. Well, dinners get awkward, but we move on. But speaking of moving on, we moved on to Saturday morning, where we found ourselves in a tag team summer-long Bear Kingdom feud, where unfortunately they showed why we don't mess with the Bear too much either.
Yep. You know, you're gonna drop one eventually. If you're battling out with Bear Kingdom, you know, top competitors, and this day they got the win. But as Gutter summer matches have gone on, shenanigans happen again, and we have ourselves another battle royal.
Another battle royal, another stoppage of Mr. Six Time. He's not allowed to be it because I collected Mr. Three Time. I won a battle royal and partied in the ring with everyone, all the fans. Super fun time. We got our comeuppance on Juan for trying to pull one over on us. So yeah, that was our weekend, and of course, Bruce City had a banger of a show that night. That night we weren't a part of it, but I know you fans were.
Yep. I did watch the match with Gutter and Mav. My bad, and it was really good, really good. Those guys tore the house down in the last moments. Of course, you know you can never trust that redheaded. I'm sure he's left-handed. He's probably right-handed, but you can't trust Mav. And definitely you can't trust him now that Baxter's back.
Yeah, that gray-haired bastard.
Yep. But
Can't trust a
fun.
man who's not willing to dye his hair.
He's letting that salt and pepper go. Perch, how was your weekend?
It was a fun weekend. Kick things off Saturday night down at the Berwyn Eagles Club for Berwyn Championship Wrestling. Was a debut with that company, and really the first time I've been at the Berwyn Eagles Club, and English was the most common language. It was a fun time and a very strange experience. I've been there, several times before, but always for lucha shows. But no, this was a really good time. A lot of people from different promotions in the Midwest and Chicago area, kind of coming together for a show and working with a lot of different people, a handful of people I haven't worked with before. Really good matches, and it accumulated with my fourth match, which was one I was really, really excited for.
I can imagine.
Knowing that it was a tag team match featuring a tag team that we've grown up in the business, training day in and day out, month after month, year after year. And inside of where we train on the walls, we have posters and posters of, legends of Bruce City past and present as well. And looking back into to some of the history in the past, it's like some people don't wrestle anymore, some do. Like there's a list for all of us of people that we want to get inside the ring with.
Yep, and just the posters are just interesting. Like, oh, I wonder what this person was like. They look like they were fun to work and things like that.
They become legends of their own rights.
Yeah.
As we're grueling through some summer days or some winter days or just sweating bullets as we're,
Yep.
strength and conditioning, and we're looking at the walls. These guys become legends, and I got to mix it with Acid Jazz and Bryce Benjamin.
Yep, the N-words.
Oh man, unbelievable. The hype that they bring inside the ring is is greater than I could have even expected. Just two great personalities between Acid Jazz and Bryce. They know how to work a crowd, they know how to work each other, they know how to work a tag team match. It was about as much fun as you can have. Naturally, they were the bad guys, and they really, really played it up. Crowd was roaring. And I think midway through the match, Bryce is inside the ring, beating up on Davey Bang, and Scarpo is Bang's tag team partner for this one. And Bryce is looking for Jazz to tag off, and Jazz is nowhere to be found. And he looks down at the bar, and he's grabbing some nachos. and he looks up, oh shit, and he hops right back onto the apron. Just complete caught him in the moment. It was one of the funniest moments. And Jazz hops into the ring and naturally just doesn't skip a beat, and it starts, beating up on Davey Bang in the corner. and I try to pull him out, and he's not coming out. So I end up, getting the hands on him and pull Jazz out of the corner. And he hucks his napkins at me. Didn't even realize dude still had some napkins of nachos. It's like, all right. And then he shoved me. So, naturally, you give me a shove, I'll shove you right back. In the heat of the moment, we're gonna give it right back. So got into a little bit of a shove contest, and I gave him a good old fashioned scoop slam.
Mm-hmm.
I had to lay down the law. One thing can do another, and I'm not in there for physical activity. I'm not
You
in
have
there
to defend
fight,
yourself.
but damn sure best believe I'm going to defend myself when it comes to it. If my offense, if my moves aren't too damaging, but they will stun you. and it's all I need to get my point across. And right then Bryce comes in like a ball of fire, and I stacked him right on top of Jazz.
Very clean body slams. Very clean body slams.
And then I gave him the business, tell him how out of line they were, and before you knew it, the tag match was right back to where we started. So I feel I had to step in there to get things under control, and within a minute they were under control. So had a good time, good match, great time with Acid Jazz and Bryce. I'll never forget that. They lived up to the hype that is contained inside the posters. All that and then some.
Nice.
And Sunday was Galley Lucha at Taco Fest. Been doing a lot of festivals and a lot of tacos, and this day was no different. Took down about 7 tacos throughout the day, all very good. Good lime on the taco. No onion, cilantro, lime. Ended up working 2 matches. One was a lucha tag team match, and my goodness, if they didn't have it in for me in that match, the Rudos, bad guys, hoisted me up and dropped me from up in the air onto the guys they were against. And after dropping me, one of them sat on my back, and I counted 3 because, frankly, I didn't know what else to do, and I had to end it somehow.
No, that's understandable. Hey, of a certain size, when it comes to defending yourself, there's a moment when you're out of it. You just got to know.
Yep, and they ended up chasing me out of the ring, and I ran for my life in front of a crowd similar to a Mole de Mayo fest. It was wild and it was genuine.
Nice.
And then ended up having a finale between Golden Dragon and Cody Jones for the title, and that was a really fun match. Ended up being a big 5-star frog splash to seal the victory for Cody Jones and to keep the title. Just a real fun time, fun atmosphere. Again, it was right kind of downtown Chicago. Had a Mole de Mayo fest feel to it. Just buildings very tall, and fans as far as the eye can see down intersections. Cool events, cool wrestling weekend.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Yes. Fun weekend for everyone around. Check out your favorite Waffles podcast in the Midwest area. We're doing it every weekend. Let's go ahead and go into our topic of discussion. I didn't post it in the group because I have faith in our group. With Triple H returning healthily from his cardiac problem, I thought it would be nice to talk about our favorite Triple H moments tonight.
Aww.
Okay. I knew Perch would like this one. I'm going to take an easy one, and I'm going to go with I believe it was the older DX moment with him and Shawn Michaels backstage, with Shawn Michaels super kicking everybody. And of course, Shawn Michaels asked one of the guys, "Hey, what's your name?" "Scott." "Pop! See, I just had to kick Scott." That is by far my favorite. I mean, Shawn Michaels is the star of that, but Triple H playing the straight man in that was great for me. Just Shawn Michaels whooping ass in the backstage and Triple H trying to calm him down is definitely one that forever sticks out in my mind. How about you, Perch? What you got?
Oh man, so many great ones. Just even thinking back to the different eras of Triple H,
Yep.
he played an absolute, dick to a cool kind of asshole, to a leader of a crew, leader of a gang, to now kind of like a modern Four Horsemen with Evolution, to then going into like the Lemmy Motorhead era where he was just destructing skulls on t-shirts and
Yeah.
handlebar mustaches on his face. Yeah, I mean, just so great. I think back to a moment that sticks out more than any, is the image of Triple H and that Hell in a Cell, and two matches in particular, just for visuals alone. The one he had against Cactus Jack in, was that 2000? Just what an era to see the crowd in the background, to see him standing on top of there, and that flaming barbed wire 2x4 and everything. It just, everything about that moment is what I love about pro wrestling. It's more than just a conflict or a fight. It's pro wrestling. It's hard to describe. And then years later, a decade later, maybe more, he has that Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker, in that stretch of, two matches, two Triple H against Taker, and then two with Shawn Michaels against Taker. But that moment towards the end, when all the carnage is inside the ring, all the weapons, Triple H is in the corner, and he gives that "suck it" sign one more time to The Undertaker. And because he knows he's done, he's ended. And then it ends shortly thereafter. But not, before he picked up that sledgehammer in the last drive and popped Taker right in the face. Oh my God. Anytime with that sledgehammer, when he would get one over on him, just, the comfort of knowing that, oh, he's leaving the ring. I know exactly where he's going and what he's after. Those are a few of my favorite moments.
Very similar to Eddie's "the ref is down" smile.
Yeah, you know exactly where this is going. Mm-hmm. And I'll say gladly that one of my favorite moments that I remember vividly when I was growing up went to a Raw and at the Bradley Center, and Triple H put Test through a table, and that was so cool to see. And then just a few years ago, we went with the wrestling crew, and Triple H and Stephanie were setting up for a match against Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, and got to see all of those guys inside the ring. And Triple H hooked Kurt Angle for the pedigree. Kurt Angle double legs him and hooks the ankle lock. So that was my last moment of seeing Triple H live.
Nice.
And I'd be remiss to say if I didn't say that when he came back in that Rumble a few years ago, I won about $20 on the outside and said he may come back, and I was probably the happiest person in the world that Triple H came back, won the title, and the way he did was so cool. And that run he had from Rumble to WrestleMania was, I was probably the happiest adult fan of that in the world.
You were not the only one at that time. Like how far we've come.
Oh, I love it. And get better soon, Triple H. Absolutely love you, and so much inspiration.
Yes, sir. Zach, what do you have?
Some of my few favorite moments. I like like Perch said, the him Taker Sean moment, especially like at Mania where they look back at the stage, they leave all together. That was a really cool moment. I was a big fan of the invasion angle when they're outside WCW DX, and just I don't know. I was like, I remember being a little kid watching that, and like I was super pumped when they went to WCW and had the invasion angle.
No, yeah, him with the tank outside of WCW is about as classic as it gets.
Oh yeah, and then I think Perch mentioned it when he came back and he won the undisputed world title as well. Like I like that too. I was probably like the most I've ever liked Triple H in my life. Triple H when D-Generation X reformed him and Shawn when he got Shawn as DX, that was like a very big moment for me. And WCW, the end of the era match, his him and Shawn reforming, and his run going against Jericho for the undisputed title.
Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, that Jericho run for all the other top guys chasing him is really good.
Yeah.
You know, Rock, Stone Cold, H. Yeah, that was definitely a great time in wrestling.
Yeah, those three of them. And when Stone Cold was out, Triple H took it, or when The Rock was out, Triple H took it. He was such a good third man to Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah.
And Kurt Angle in there too, and they all had their shenanigans. Those guys rocked it.
Yeah. Fun to reminisce. But let us look forward to this weekend and talk about what we got coming up. Another exciting weekend for your mama's favorite tag team and for the greatest senior official in the Midwest. Perch, why don't you tell them what you got coming up?
This weekend kicks off on Friday as ICW returns to the Tanner Paul Hall. Gonna be a real good time. This will be my first ICW since the Insane 8. Maybe it's the last one, but the Insane 8 was such a wild time. Really excited to be back this Friday, and Drake will be in town. Drake Younger, who is a big inspiration of mine in the role of a referee, and really looking forward to an opportunity to hopefully meet him and shake his hand and maybe ask him a few questions. So really looking forward to Friday in West Dallas, and then Saturday is Freelance Underground in Chicago for a Dirty Deeds pay-per-view. I think that one will probably be on IWTV. Can tune in. Guessing it's around 7 o'clock. And that's going to be a really fun time. Looks like an awesome card. Tankman is back in town. He got hosed out of a match against GPA last time, and it doesn't sit right with me. Whether that's the official in me or the fan in me, just doesn't sit right with me. So I'm looking forward to see Tankman coming back to freelance wrestling, and if not for me, I hope he whoops some ass. I don't know who he's against yet, but really looking forward to the show, and it should be a fun weekend.
Definitely. I think it's him and Kevin Koo.
Oh, Tankman Koo. I did see Kevin's on the card. That should be a good hard hitting fight.
Yeah. Would love to see that one, but Zach, we have a very busy weekend.
Oh yeah.
Or at least not busy, but busy in terms of the drive.
Yes, yeah, Friday we will be down in Illinois. What's the town?
Warren, Illinois.
Warren, Illinois. We will be wrestling for Stumpy at Homegrown Pro Wrestling.
Yes, sir. Making our debut there. Been trying to get there for a little bit. Very happy that we found the opportunity and time to get down there. It'll be a rematch for us from a couple weeks ago against the Academy, Braxton and Preagle.
This is a match. I feel like we definitely need to redeem ourselves. Preagle and Braxton, they got the best of us, but we have we've been grinding, we've been practicing, we know how to work big men now. So the goal is to prove that we are contenders, especially because Zawa just announced we will be wrestling for the Zawa Tag Championships. So we need to prove to ourselves that we are worthy to be holding those belts, because even though Homegrown and Zawa are different promotions, they have very similar wrestlers, very similar fan base.
Yep. And it's time to show what Country Air is really all about.
Yes, sir. We're going to do that as well as we hit the road after Homegrown. We're going to Nebraska, where we're booked for Zello Pro.
Yes, going out to Kearney, Nebraska. Never been to Nebraska. Never thought I would find myself in Nebraska, but am definitely looking forward to it. Don't know what we'll be doing, but that will be on Fight TV. So go ahead and check it out. Gun Club will be on that. They said Tommy Dreamer is not going to be on it. The homie Hornswoggle will be down there. It should be a really good time. Yeah. So with that, I think Zach, do you have a question posed for the group?
Did you mention that Jonathan Gresham and them?
Oh no, I did not. Jonathan Gresham will also be there.
Yeah, we got Jonathan Gresham, Boom Boom, Colt Cabana.
Yep.
For those who are big indie wrestling fans, Warhorse is on the poster. Hasn't been announced what he's doing yet. I know like a couple other guys we know locally will be there. Jimmy Wild, Evan Everson, Dan the Dad. So I mean, really fun stat card. New guys getting guys who haven't been there before getting the opportunity to wrestle there. We're super pumped to break in a new state in our tag repertoire.
Yeah,
very exciting.
No, yeah, it should be a good time. Yeah, I shitted on like who's going to be there, but like JJ Garrett, Brooke Valentine, it'll be a stacked show. So definitely, if you can't make it out to Nebraska, which I completely understand, go ahead and order that on Fight TV. I think it starts at 7 probably, but check out Zello Pro social media and find out. Now, if you have a question, Zach.
I actually don't.
Okay, that's fine. That is a perfect chance for us to take it home then. This has been the Take It Home podcast.
Whoa. not
got some.
so easy. If there was anywhere, now we're talking a place visually that you can close your eyes and picture. If there was any place that you could put a wrestling ring inside of and be standing inside that ring and open up your eyes, where would it be and what would you see? Now, the venue, or, I'm thinking venue myself, but don't let it be limited to venue. What would be the surroundings that you see? What would be an ideal place?
um,
Doc,
Got
what
it.
do you think? Or Zach, what do you think?
So, who here is a home improvement fan?
me. Yeah, I like a home improvement.
Now, do you remember the neighbor Wilson?
Yes.
So I just watched an episode the other day of Home Improvement, and at the end of the episode, Tim Allen's character was with Wilson. They were going to check out Wilson's basement. As Tim walks down, he's like, "Hey Wilson, do you have a light?" He turned on the light. His basement was a gigantic cave. And it looked like for miles. And the caves were actually layered, like going up from like front row all the way back, like already layered up, right?
Yeah.
So I looked at Val and I was like, could you imagine if there was a wrestling ring here? Having some cave, like you have the entranceway is the stairway that comes down, but the cave is like where people sit, and like you have some underground cave fight club wrestling scene. So thank you, Home Improvement, because if this is a fantasy and where I want it at, I would want a ring in a cave and have the most unique setting ever.
Hey, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't know why when you posed this question to me, this was the first thing that came into my mind. But for some reason, I think of being in New York during Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Ooh.
At my cousin's house off of Tremont Ave. I think maybe because it's fair season, I just think a wrestling show there would be amazing. Right now, I don't know that they've ever done it. Don't know why they've never done it. But I think that would be very interesting.
Oh, that's cool. I love that. And even with like the city thought over the weekend, if I were to picture my eyes in either one of those guesses, it's a cool thought to think of what the setting would be, whether you're standing on that turnbuckle or in the center of the ring, looking up at that kind of a landscape would be cool too. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I would pick the Nassau Coliseum.
Okay, that's fair.
Dead nuts right in there. Last time I saw it in action was for the New York Islanders in the hockey playoffs, and that place was just going nuts. And I really soaked it in and kind of closed the eyes and held in the sound and felt it. So, yeah, the Nassau Coliseum would be a place I would love to have the opportunity to be inside a ring, look up and be like, whoa, that's what it looks like for real.
Yeah.
I've had the vision in my head for some time, but that's the real deal.
Hey, no, I get it. Like us getting to do shows at the Panthers Arena is very similar to that feeling, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the cool venues, cool opportunities to perform wrestling.
Oh yeah, venues matter. Venues matter.
Mm-hmm. And they have character to them as well.
Yes, yes. All right. Now, I think that is a fine time to go ahead and take it home. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1,